of most jazz tunes lies a three-chord progression that we call the 2-5-1 sequence. In this little mini-series of lessons, we're not going to delve too deep into the theory side of this. If you'd like to get more of a grasp of the theory side of it, please contact me via the help and support section of the Secret Guitar Teacher site, and I'll happily point you in the right direction. But now I want to focus on showing you how to create a nice practical test bed that you can use to work on all the improvisational and compositional ideas associated with this basic 2-5-1 sequence. Linking neatly in with the previous mini-series of lessons, we're going to continue to work with the circle of fourths. So first, let's look at one of the ways we can fit this 2-5-1 chord sequence into this circle of fourths. For our first 2-5-1, I'm going to designate D major as our key, so D major 7th will be our first target chord. This means our 2 chord will be E minor 7th and our 5 chord A 7th. First, find the 3 root notes, E, A and D. And notice that these are the same notes as we used at the start of the previous exercise. They form part of the circle of fourths. Doesn't actually matter too much which voicings of the chords we use, as long as their root positions are not inversions. So for E minor 7th, I'm choosing to use this particular fingering, which conforms to the chord as shown on the diatonic series that I wrote out for you just now. These are known as drop 2 voicings because the bass note has been dropped from the 2nd position down in the chord. These voicings are used a lot in jazz guitar because they're relatively easy to finger for all chord types commonly used, and because they always use 4 adjacent strings, keeping the tone of the chord compact and consistent. So my first 3 chords are E minor 7th, A 7th and D major 7th. And I find this normally works best using this timing. So that's 1 bar of chord 2, 1 bar of chord 5, and 2 bars of chord 1. Next, we change our D major 7th shape to D minor 7th, and we shift our thinking down a tone, so we're now thinking in the key of C major. So this D minor 7th is our 2 chord, G 7th will be our new 5 chord, and C major 7th our new 1 chord. convert C major 7th into C minor 7th, and our new target chord becomes B flat major 7th. So our 2-5-1 is C minor 7th, F 7th, B flat major 7th, which we then convert to B flat minor 7th as we convert our thinking to A flat major. So I go up to E flat 7th, down to A flat major 7th, then we convert that to A flat minor 7th, and we're thinking in terms of G flat, so we're aiming there through D flat 7th to G flat major 7th. At this stage, as you may have noticed in the previous lessons, I slyly switched from thinking of this as the key of G flat major with its 6 flats to the key of the enharmonic equivalent key of F sharp major with its 6 sharps. Now this is to avoid us heading off into the complexities of the next key, which would be F flat major, which has 8 flats, including the rather complicated sounding B double flat. So switching to the sharp key signatures instead of the flats is my cheat for getting away from that. So I play 1 bar of G flat major 7th and then convert it to F sharp major 7th. Then to start our next 2-5-1 I can think of this as F sharp minor 7th, leading to B 7th and back to E major 7th, which takes us back to where we came in. E minor 7th, A 7th and so on. So that's what I call a 2-5-1 test bed. Have a go at learning that and getting your ears accustomed to the sound as the key centres change. Then in the next soundbite in this series, I'll show you some of the things we can use this test bed for. If you found this little video useful, please click on the like button if there is one, or leave a comment, and do feel free to share the video with your friends. And if you'd like to gain full access to all our guitar teaching materials, please visit the Secret Guitar Teacher site and take a free look around at what's available there. See you again soon.